This problem looks a little bit long, but let's just take our time going through it. We don't have to get it all at once. So what's going on here? A bank wishes to invest $100,000 in three sources. Okay, three sources. So I'm going to have, I think, three variables. Now, there's a bunch of information here, and look at the bottom. Down, now they kind of give the problem away. That's pretty silly. But here's what we want to know. How much should the bank invest in each category? All right, so we've got three categories. What are they? They're bonds, certificates of deposit, CDs, and then first mortgages. So that's what we're trying to find, is how much goes into each. So why don't we do this? Let's introduce variables. So we're going to say let x equal, now I'll write it here, the amount to invest in bonds. So we've got three sources here, right? Bonds, so I'm going to let x be the amount to put in the bonds. And then we've got another one, y, dot, dot, dot. That'll be the amount that we put in CDs, certificates of deposit. And then we've got a third one. These are first mortgages. So how about if I write, okay, I'll write it like this. Dot, 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 the amount to invest in first mortgages. Now I've got three variables, so I need three equations, and we have that total going on here, right? A bank wishes to invest $100,000. So I know that if I add the amount in each one, if I add these amounts together, I should get $100,000. So here's one equation right here. X, I'm going to leave a little space, x plus y plus z, that's equal to 100,000. Now we need two more equations. So what are we told here? All right, banks pay 8%, CDs 7%, and first mortgages 10%. So the amount of money that we make from these investments, we'll get 8% from the bonds. So 8% of the amount we invest. So it's 8%, 0.08 of the amount invest, and of is time. So we get 8% of the amount invested, plus, and then what do we get here? 7%. 7% of times the amount we invest, plus 10% of the amount we invest, which is Z. And what is all that? The bank wishes to realize $8,000. Okay, so that has to be $8,000. Now we need another equation. There seems to be some more information. It says this. A condition of the trust is that the total amount invested in bonds and certificates, all right, the total amount in bonds and certificates. Bonds is X, certificates is Y, and that total amount would be what? That total is X plus Y. That total amount, right, that total amount in bonds and certificates must be equals triple the amount invested in mortgages. Okay, so if I just write what I read, I think I've got this. So it says the total amount invested in these, so that's X plus Y, must be, that's an equal sign, and then it says, where is it here? Triple. There it is, triple. Well, that's 3 times the amount invested in first mortgages. There's my third equation. So here's my system. I'm going to type these into Wolfram Alpha using the solve command. One thing I've noticed in Wolfram Alpha, no commas. So when you're typing numbers into Wolfram Alpha, don't use commas. I'll just drop my Wolfram Alpha output into here, and you can see right down here is our values, but that's not how I'm going to write the solution, right? The question is this. How much, where is it here? How much should be invested in each possible category? So let's summarize this by saying this. All right, in, what do we have first? Bonds. In bonds, we're going to put $25,000. In CDs, we're going to put $50,000. And in first mortgages, we're going to put $25,000. That's our answer.